and welcome back to Rich the Ginger Turner. Hope you're all keeping safe in these difficult times. Just do as you're told and we'll get this through this together. Sure we will. I'm isolated. I've got another 8 weeks to go at least, but we're all keeping safe, not going out, staying in, plenty of jobs to do, and a bit of pleasure time, which obviously for me, or one of my hobbies, is wood turning. So today I'm just going to make, we're going to make a slimline pen. It's going to be for a present for girl across the road called Becca. She's moving out of the family home and setting up home with her boyfriend Rue. Not going too far away, 4 or 5 miles. But what I'm going to try and do at the end, when it's all turned, is put their name on it. And the way I've done this in the past with pretty good success, I've got one of the label printers you can print sticky labels on, like a little strip, and I can put it onto a clear backing. So all you'll see is the black writing, and then once I've stuck that little strip onto the pen, I do a super glue finish which sort of seals it and it won't peel off. That's the idea. That's what we're going to try and do. Hopefully we'll get it done. If it doesn't work, we'll just skim off the plastic coating, super glue coating, and the sticker, and just give them as a pen. That's what I'm going to try and do. So hope you enjoy the video, guys, and we'll see you at the end. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're all drilled out, 7mm hole right through, which will take the brass inserts. First of all, we just give it a bit of a scuff up. All scuffed up, tubes are ready. Got this little tool which helps a little bit. So you just drop some super glue on the tube, put a bit in there if you want to, and give it a little squirt either end, and then just use the plier, give a little twist as you go in, knock him in just inside, flush. We've got to trim him off after, and that's one done. Same with the other one. Poke him on there. Get the super glue. Squirt it there. Squirt it in there. Okay, so it's just inside. Whoops, a bit far. So you're going to trim them off. Show you that in a bit. There we go. Tubes are glued up. Give them 10 minutes. Time for a brew, and then we'll be back with the assembling onto the lathe. Right, so that'll be brew. So it's about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour since they were glued up. So use this little tool now. And what I've done, this goes in the normal pistol drill. And that's got a 7mm taper on, not taper, diameter on, which goes into the hole, which locates it, and the cutters square up the face, and you just take it down just till you just touch the brass, and that will get the face square then. That's what we're going to do now. Both ends. So it's a case of loading it onto the mandrel, which is this little thing here. Sure, you've all seen them before. They're all different types. This is the only one I've got, so I'm going to use. But for anyone who's watching this who hasn't done any pens yet, but I must admit, when I first started about 5-6 years ago, it's the first thing I wanted to make. But just give that a tap on there. Don't want him flying out. So the mandrel then, this is it's got a 7mm bar on it, and it comes with bushings, which you turn level 2, so you know what diameter the ends have to be. You put more on because they come with spacers. So one goes on there, slide him on. Then you want a spacer, or 2 even, doesn't matter how many. Obviously the less you've got, the more the less you got on, the more whip you're going to get out of your mandrel, which is always good. And one on there, so you just push that in just to allow enough for the nut on the end. There's a couple of little spanners which lock the bar in the collet. That won't move anywhere. Like that. In there is a little centre. That pushes onto, that screws onto there. Can never get them quite tight enough, finger tight, so I used to use a little pipe spanner, just a little bit more, because you don't want the wood spinning on it really. As tight as you, well, not, you know, you'll soon know, because if you can turn those, but not enough to hopefully spin. So bring up your centre. Now you don't want to wind it in too far, because you'll put whip in the bar and they won't turn centre. It only needs to be, I mean at the moment there's quite a bit of rock, just needs to be in a little pinch tight, lock him in, and there we go guys, all ready for turning. And like I say, the spacers, the diameter of the spacers, that's what diameter your pen's going to be. At the ends, don't matter about the middle, you can have them bulbous, you can have a bit of a shape, got leeway for spacing, for shaping, but at the end you've got to get the end where it drops down pretty much flush. Otherwise you'll get a nasty little lip on the end of your pen, and it'll be okay, but it won't be as it should. And I try. I don't always succeed, but I try and get things as 100% as possible. So just going to change the bar now, put a shorter one in to get them in there, and then we'll rip into the turning. Right, so now comes the tricky part. I've decided to put the name along this end. No real reason, just slightly lighter wood, about the only thing, and it'll just show up a little bit better. So there's the name. If I can get it in, where are you? Becker and Rue. So I'm going to try and peel it, stick it, and then we'll try and do a super glue finish. Just see how we get on. When it's stuck, or it's sticking, get a bit of a... Wasn't any point in putting a polish or anything on the wood. Two reasons. One, the super glue is going to be the polish, and secondly, it would have prevented this sticking to stick properly if there was anything on it. I did put, obviously you saw the sanding sealer, which just seals the wood. That's a standard thing you put on anyway. So yeah, it's on. Just going to try and do a super glue finish now. Right, so we come to the super glue bit. So put the finish on. Like I say, I've had some success, I've had bad success, so if it doesn't work, I can just skim it off and just be a pen. But hopefully the name on there will make a nice presence. So different ways of doing it. It's the way I do it. If you want to YouTube different ways, you can. This works for me, not 100%, but more times than not. I'm going to do one end at a time rather than doing a full sweep. And wish me luck, and we'll see how we get on. First coat on. Probably do, well, I need to do enough coats so you don't feel the lip of the sticky. Maybe 6, 7, maybe 8. We'll see how we get on. That's the process. I'll put a bit of activator on after I've done a bit of super glue, after I've done a sweep. That helps to set it. That's dry already. So we'll continue now with a few more coats the same. Okay, so that was a success. Brilliant. Pleased with that. That's really nice. And you can't feel the sticky on there at all. There's 16 layers of super glue on there, and there's 8 on there. So now we use the micro mesh pads. It's a load of there's 9 different grades. First grade starts at 1500 grit, which, well, you can't feel it really, and it goes up to 12,000, which is almost, well, you can't. There's nothing. It's like a piece of paper. So you go with the grit. Just tip in a bit of water, almost like a wet and dry finish, and that'll really take any implication. Right, there we have it, guys. A nice shiny pen. Yeah, I think I'll be pleased with that. Well, I am anyway, so if I am, they're going to be, because I'm very picky, as I have told you in the past. Right, I'll just show you quickly how we assemble it, which isn't very testing. So we undo that. Out the way, out the way. So that unscrews. What you do find sometimes is these, obviously, my super glue, some of these get stuck sometimes. But I found a quick way of, yeah, it's just snapped off there. Put that on the end of there and just give it a little tweak. Comes off nice. that one off there. There you go. You can see the super glue layers, how it's gone over the end. So there we go. So then, come to the assembly. You can buy a proper mandrel, sorry, not a mandrel, a press to put these kits together. About 50 quid, and never worth the money. To be honest, I don't think I'd even pay a tenner, because what we've got here does the same job. So first thing is, the nib goes in, pressed in one end. It's a bit fiddly, but you know. So hold that on there for a bit of support. And then bring that up. Lock that down. Hold a bit of wood on there. As we get it touching, it's easy. There we go. Centralise it a bit better. So, hope you can see that properly. So just wind that in until it catches and just press. Just go in a square. That's it, a little press. And there's your nib in the pen. So this is the mechanism. It goes in gold first. There's a little band on here where you press it into, but you can try it as you go along with this, so it's not too bad. So again, put a bit of wood on there, wind it in. Like I say, it's a bit fiddly, but it's definitely worth not paying 50 quid. Okay, it might take a few minutes quicker, but I can think of 50 quid I can spend better. So that's, we will get there, guys. I have knocked him in with a mallet before, and I split the wood. So that was plan A a few years ago, trying to be clever. Then I saw someone do it this way. And it worked. Just centralising it up. So I get it started. Right, I've started it now. I put too much on here because it'll mark the tube. So that on there and that on there. And you see there's a little mark, which I can see. You probably won't see it, but I can see it. And then, right, we're going. And the trick is, don't go too far, because you can go further in, but you can't pull it back. So that's in, okay? And we get the refill. It goes in there. Screw that there, and there's a twist mechanism. And you want it so it just retracts back inside the back inside the nib. So I can go a little bit more, which is what that line's telling me. Never press it in with that in though, or you will need a new refill because it will not do it a lot of good. You can see where you're going. It's a little bit more, like I say. Then you want it about a millimetre. Screw that in, twist, and then retract. I think that's fine. Comes out enough. Okay, so that's the main bit done. That's the worst bit done. And then we've got a centre band, which is just decorative. Pushes on there like that. Depending on which way up you want it, I would say that that is the better way. There we go. Twist. It's just a case of putting the cap on. So you want it next to the B so it reads downwards. This isn't the right clip actually, but I'm hoping it'll be okay. So again, that goes on there. Press them in. Now if I lock that. And there we go, guys. Show you more at the end, but there we go. Okay, so success, pretty much. Pleased with that one. Couple of little flaws maybe I can see, but the wife couldn't see it, so that's always a good bonus. So there we go, guys. Made from you. Hope you can see that. Put some pictures up at the end anyway. The twist mechanism, which are what, well, you can get different, you can do, I got click ones, you can get roller balls, you can get fountain pens, but these are the cheaper kits, but they are quite nice. And I think they make nice presents, gifts, whatever you want to do. So yeah, so there we go, guys, that's the pen. Nice quick project today. Got me out in the sunshine, keep it out the way with everybody else. So yeah, nothing else really, just thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, it all helps. But most of all, guys, stay safe. We're all in this together, and together we will get through it, I'm sure. So thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.